Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm trying to make a comeback here. If you're new here, my name is Olivia. I am 28. I am a full-time work from home mom to a now 2-year-old. I had originally started my channel, I want to say like back in the summer of 2024, and we are now in 2025. I think I fell off of it because I was putting a lot of pressure on myself that I didn't need to put. I was very much trying to already get into a schedule of posting videos every week, and that just felt like a lot for me. So I took time off from filming so I can try and figure out exactly what I wanted to do. But also, there was just a lot going on at that time. But yeah, if you're new here, I'm a mom and I work from home, as I mentioned before. And essentially, I created this channel to kind of show like how I still manage time for myself with a toddler. Now, I'm not probably, but I don't really plan on ever really showing my son on here because this, channel is not centered around him. This is around me and my life and how I am navigating it as a mom, but also as an individual. So I will reference him a lot. So I've got like talking notes for myself on um, what to mention in this video. So, first, I'm going to do a recap of 2024. I'm not entirely sure, or I can't remember where I finished or where I stopped making videos. So, just a little recap is that in 2024, I began training for a half marathon. I had never ran in races before. I had just picked up running in 2024. But yeah, I trained and I finally got to run in my half marathon in November, and it was amazing. I managed to finish in 2 hours and 35 minutes. My only goal was really to finish it and to finish it in 3 hours or less. And I did that, and I did better than I had anticipated. I also managed to stay within a 11-minute mile pace, which was really good for me because when I was training, I think I was staying within a 13 and a half to 12 and a half minute range. And I used the app Runna for my training. It was phenomenal with helping me train. It was definitely worth its money. So when I start training again, I will use them. Oh yeah, in my half marathon though, the last couple miles really sucked because on my left leg, my Achilles started to hurt a lot. It was really painful. I was having to go a lot slower. I had started getting pain in it actually before the race happened, and I figured it was because I needed to get new shoes, which I did. But I think the bigger issue is that I would warm up properly for my runs. I wouldn't cool down properly. Like I didn't roll enough, I didn't stretch enough after a run. So that is my own fault, lesson learned. When I crossed that finish line and when I was crossing it, I was crying. It was such an overwhelming feeling of accomplishment. I was so incredibly proud of myself, and I loved that I had family and friends there cheering me on. I also loved that I got to see my husband and my best friend a few times during the race. They went to a few different spectator spots, and I got to see my parents. So, seeing those people there in different areas really, really helped motivate me. Yeah. Also, in November, I started going to therapy. I love my therapist. She is amazing. The main things we're focusing on are anxiety and some ADHD, because I'm pretty sure I've got some undiagnosed ADHD and we're working through that. But it's been amazing talking with her and, her giving me some tools to help myself when I'm feeling anxious, and we have goals for myself for each month for me to try to achieve. I've also continued reading. I am still in a book club, and I have been in the book club now for a little over a year, which is amazing. I love it. I love this group of ladies. I love, reading different books I never would have read and then talking about it and hearing everybody's perspectives on the book. Because what I took away from a book might be different from what somebody else did. So I just really enjoy hearing other people's thoughts on the books. Yeah, because it kind of changes my frame of thought, I guess. And speaking of books, I want to talk about a few books that I have read recently. So, first, I've got these two books. They're from the series called Before the Coffee Gets Cold. So that's the first book. The second book is Tales from the Cafe, and I believe there are now 5 books. I've got book number 3 over here. I really want to read it because I love it so far. It's like a quick read. They're really good. Basically, the premise of the book is that in this cafe in Japan, you can travel back in time, but there's a lot of rules around the time travel, such as you have to sit in a specific chair. When you go back in time to visit someone, you can only visit them if they have also been in this cafe. And when you are back in time, you have to stay in the seat. And no matter what you do, nothing will change in the past. Nothing, which I really like this different perspective on time travel where nothing changes. Like, if you're trying to prevent someone from dying, like, let's say they die in a mugging or a car accident or whatever it may be, or like even an illness, trying to get them to go get diagnosed earlier, no matter what, the universe will find a way to make sure, unfortunately, that this person passes. So, no matter what you do, nothing will change, which I found really interesting. I cried reading the book, but like they were good tears and they were sad tears. I really, really, really enjoyed these books. Next, one that I read recently is Just the Nicest Couple. I thought I was gonna like this one a lot more because I read another book by the same author, called Local Woman Missing, and that was a fantastic book. This one, maybe it was just the audiobook or something, but I didn't enjoy it as much. It felt like it dragged on a little bit in certain areas where it didn't need to. I thought the husband was kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it was all right, but wasn't my cup of tea. And then next, I've got None of This Is True. Oh gosh, None of This Is True. I really liked this book. This was a really, really good book. I also listened to the audiobook at the same time. Sometimes I'll do that where I'll listen to an audiobook while I'm reading. Kind of helps me focus a little better. Or if I'm like really into a book, but I don't have time to physically read it, I will listen to it because I'm just like, I need to get more of this. And that's how I felt with this one. I loved the book and I loved the audiobook. So yeah, and then currently I am reading The Rachel Incident. I am like maybe a quarter of the way through it. I'm really enjoying this book. It's basically it takes place in Ireland, and it's like in 2009, and this girl has like a crush on her college professor, and she and her friend try to devise a plan for her to like basically seduce him. Oh yeah, and he's married, by the way, but there's more to it. So yeah, I'm enjoying the book so far. But the next book I'm going to be reading, which is for my book club, is, let me pull it up. My husband got me a case for Christmas, a clear case. I think it might be a little too small though, so I might have to get a new one. But I finally have a case for my Kindle. This is an old Kindle. I think I've had it since like 2018. I did try to look into new Kindles because maybe I was going to ask for that for Christmas. Nope, they are so much more expensive now. Anyways, after I finished this book, the book for book club we are reading is Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. I'm excited to read it. It sounds interesting. I also might listen to the audiobook because I think, if I remember correctly and heard, Meryl Streep reads the audiobook, and I like Meryl Streep. Yeah, so that's reading. Oh yeah, and also like on the topic of reading, this spot where I'm sitting right now is a nice, cozy reading, I guess you can call it, nook that I created for myself. Got this chair. I got a side table for me to put stuff on, my little Target bird, my Echo Dot. No, that's a Google Doc, whatever it's called, my little thing for my to be read books. But then I also have some coloring books here along with my journal. And then I've got some shelves that you can't see up here, but I like to put little knickknacks up. So I'm honestly really proud of this reading space. I've gotten to use it a little bit, but not as much as I would like because I have been so busy with work recently that by the time I'm off, my brain is kind of dead. Yeah, but I'm almost done with these projects at work. And I think I will start getting back into my routine of, or I'll start building up that routine again of like reading after work. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I need to go back to topic of running. I haven't ran since my half marathon. So it's been a little over 2 months, close to 3 months since I really ran because I've been just resting my leg. It's doing much better, thank goodness. I might try running again soon, especially because my husband and I plan on signing up for the Pat Tillman run that they do out here in Arizona. Really want to do that again. So hopefully I'll be okay for that. I mean, what's nice for that one is you can run it or you can walk it. So there's that at least. And then I think my best friend is going to sign up as well. So that'll be exciting. It'll be her first like race and I'm excited for her. But running was a lot of my fitness, and because I'm taking a break from it, I'm doing other things. I've been focusing on more low impact exercises, and it's been kind of nice because my body is not in a constant state of stress with like the running. Plus I was doing like about 5 days a week of strength training. Now I am doing strength training 2, maybe 3 times a week for 30 minutes. And then I'm doing Pilates most of the time for about 20 minutes at most. I might try doing a 30-minute Pilates video. I've been doing the videos off of the Peloton app because my friend gave me her login. So thank you. And then I've been doing walks, which have been super nice. You know, I'm still getting that movement. I really want to get that movement in. We had a good Christmas. We had a good New Year's, you know, filled with family. Yeah, the end of the year was good. And then Luca recently turned 2. It is bananas to me that my child is now 2. How? How is that possible? It feels like just yesterday he was born. Honestly, 2023 and 2024 blended in together. I didn't realize that until recently, where I was thinking, oh my gosh, what I thought was 2024 was actually 2023. And yeah, it's just really weird. And this weekend, we will be celebrating his birthday with family and close friends. So I'm really excited to celebrate him and have everyone over here at our place. All right. So now I'm going to get into talking about my goals from 2024 and then goals that I created myself for 2025. 2024 was actually the first year that I created goals for myself that I actually achieved. So I need to find my page with the goals. Here we go. Okay. So I have a list. I write mine out in a list. I love that people create vision boards. They take the time to do that, whether it's the vision boards that you can create on Pinterest or cutting out, you know, magazine pictures and putting that onto like a paper or a poster board, you know, that type of stuff. If I had more time, I would do that. But I like to write it out. So, yeah, I was looking back at it. And so, my first goal was to read 2 books a month minimum. And that included a book for book club and an extra book, which I did. I hit my goal of 24 books before the end of the year. I was really proud of myself. So, for 2025, I made my goal to be 26 books. Just upping it by 2, I need to be realistic. And that's something that I had to learn was start small and build from there because I need to create goals for myself that I know I'm going to actually achieve. Because before, I would create goals that were so big and I wouldn't achieve them and I would just feel like really poopy about it. So, yeah. Another one was run for 5 miles at least once. All right, at this time, when I wrote this at the beginning of 2024, running 5 miles sounded crazy to me. And look at me, I ran a whole freaking half marathon, 13.1 miles. Never in my wildest dreams would have ever thought I would actually do that. So that's awesome. There are some that I didn't achieve, like doing more home dates with my husband. That didn't happen. It was a busy year. We moved during the summer, and then it's just been go, go, go. Plus, having a toddler, makes it a little bit harder. But now that we're getting into the swing of things, I think we might be able to achieve that more this year. Let's see. Oh, something else was I wanted to work on a good wardrobe and going outside my comfort zone. Again, I didn't really get to do this, but I kind of did because I bought my first pair of mom jeans and I like them, which is totally out of my comfort zone. Never would I have ever thought I'd buy mom jeans. Grew up in the skinny jean era, so that's all I know. But I'm kind of over them, but I can't find another pair of jeans that I actually like, so it's been kind of hard. This one's going into this year, and that's working on less screen time. And something that I did was I deleted TikTok from my phone. I loved TikTok. It was awesome, especially if I needed to find inspiration for things, but I would just sit and scroll forever on TikTok. It just was not good for me, which it might be a good thing I deleted it because it sounds like it's gonna be gone by this weekend. So I guess I did myself a favor already. Oh yeah, this one of my goals for 2024 was getting a tattoo, and I did thanks to my best friend. For my birthday, she got me a tattoo. So yeah, and that's actually a goal I put on for this year. I want to get another tattoo and I want to get another piercing. Probably an ear piercing. Part of me wants to do another nose piercing, possibly a septum. We'll see. It'll probably be an ear piercing, honestly. So yeah, onto my 2025 goals. So as I mentioned, I want to read 26 books. I think I can do that. And then another one with reading is I want to read at least one Harry Potter book. I've watched the movies. Growing up, my mom read all the books. She's listened to the audiobooks, and I just never did. I don't know why. I know why. I just wasn't a big reader as a kid. It felt like a chore. There were very few books that I would actually read. So I'm trying to read at least one Harry Potter book. I want to run my second half marathon, hopefully with my best friend, because she says that she wants to do it and I know she can do it. And so hopefully we are both able to sign up for that. This one's kind of funny. I want to continue growing out my hair. I always cut my hair short because I get annoyed with it. But I really do want to grow it out this time because I miss having long hair at this point. I used to have really, really long hair a few years ago, so I would like to grow it out, a little more. This one's more of a family goal, but we want to take Luca to Disneyland, and we really want to take him this year before he turns 3 because he's free. He's still free. So if we can take him before we have to pay for him, that'd be great. Plus, he is understanding and he knows characters more. Like, he'll point out Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Minnie. And then one of his favorite movies is Princess and the Frog, or he just calls it Frog. And then he also loves Coco. He loves the stuff with all the singing. He's also starting to like Hercules. Again, it's because of the muses. He loves when the muses sing. I want to continue on my personal growth, so I am still doing therapy. I want to try one new craft. So last year, I wanted to do a craft a month. Yeah, I was too ambitious. I should have known better. So I want to try at least one new craft, and I have an idea of what I want to do. It's technically not new, but it's something that I haven't done in a long time, and that's cross stitch. I think I want to do one little cross stitch this year, so we'll see. Growing up, that's what my mom would do. She would do cross stitch. My Christmas stocking at her house is actually a cross stitched one that she made. And then there's this framed picture. guess you can call it a framed picture, in my son's room that was in my room, that my mom cross stitched as well. This one I'm going to build on, which is finding a night routine. I used to be really good about a night routine where I would wash my face before bed and all that. That all went out the window when we had a baby, and I want to build that up again. And then making more alone time with my husband, that would be nice. And then I want to keep making time to see my best friend because last year we really made it a point to hang out at least once a month, which, if you're a parent and you have a busy life, or if you just have a busy life in general, you know how hard it can be to see friends, especially if they also have their own family and schedules. So I love that she and I have been making sure that we make time to see each other. And it's just been so nice that we got to see each other more often last year. So yeah, I really value our friendship. What else? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, really. That's my little update. Just to end this, I am trying to work on doing more videos. I think I'm just going to do once a month and maybe every other week if I'm really feeling like it. But as of right now, it's probably going to be once a month. And I'm trying to figure out like what type of content I want to create. Um, I've come to realize I don't like filming out in public. I can't do it. It makes me too nervous. I feel weird. So I like the content where people just kind of talk into the camera, or if like you show stuff around like at home, things like that. Maybe little things here and there while you're out, but yeah, I don't want to be obnoxiously vlogging in public. I'm too self conscious with that. Props to anybody who does do that. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone had a good rest of their 2024 and that 2025 is going good for you so far. Bye.